What's going on, Black Raven? What is going on? How are you? I'm doing all right. How are you? Yeah, there's a lot. There's too much to cover. I'm not going to be able to do it on my own. Something I normally don't do. What's going on, kickers? Kaiser, what's going on? Halo. Shores galore, as usual, right? Don't want to go that way. Yeah, there's a lot. There's too much to cover today. Not much. Not ready for work. Yeah, I feel you there, man. Definitely feel you there. Uh-oh. Better get out of here. If it isn't news, Danzo, yeah, it's a lot to cover. So I'm basically just spinning the roulette wheel. I'm spinning the roulette wheel because between like the hacking, which is still being uncovered, FTC reopening the case against the Activision Blizzard acquisition. Like there's just so much. There's just too much going on right now. And I haven't even talked about like Phil Spencer talking about that if Game Pass doesn't succeed in 2027, then he's talking about pulling the plug like that. I haven't even gotten to that part. I was thinking yesterday on maybe making a video going in depth on the hate for AC6 and why the problems people have with it could be solved by them play Daemon X, but they may not want to play it either. What problems are people having with AC6? I haven't heard anything about that. Here's another crazy thing too. I didn't realize that Mortal Kombat 1 was out, and I haven't heard anything about that. Like, I think that's crazy. Like, I didn't even know one had come out. I don't know. I really don't know what his goal is when it comes to that. MK1 is struggling a little bit. Interesting. That's interesting to hear, because I never would have thought that would be the case. Have you played it? I don't listen. I get on PlayStation. I see you on Baldur's Gate like 24/7. Like, you eat, breathe, sleep, and shit Baldur's Gate right now. So the fact that it's just crazy, that it's nuts to me that we haven't heard anything about Baldur's Gate. The old school AC player base hates 6 because it isn't as fast paced or infinite flight that 4 had, and the Souls community wants 6 to be. But it is, in a sense. I guess I just don't understand. Maybe I have to, where the mech rolls around and uses giant swords, but they don't need that. because they already have that. They have the mechanics that they need in there. Little controversy about the voice acting. The combo strings are impossible to complete in training, and Switch version is garbage. Oh wow. Wow. That's a lot to take in there, huh? There's some character tweaking to be done as well, but it's pretty all right. Well, I guess it's not if there's that many problems, right? I mean, by a lot of standards, I would imagine that's pretty problematic. Uh-oh. Let me back up. That's crazy. I didn't know all that. But see, they haven't been talking about that because Jim Ryan and Phil Spencer are too busy taking up the news right now. And Unity, not to forget Unity. Unity is definitely taking up the news right now. I could look the other way, but about the dead voice actor. Everything else depends on the console for sure. What's going on with the voice acting? Like, I saw something today that's saying that we should stop hiring Hollywood voice actors in video games. What's that about? Like, I saw that and I was like, oh wow, that would just take us back to where we used to be, at least as far as I know. Uh-oh. But I saw that and I was just kind of thinking to myself, I was like, oh wow, it's really that bad, huh? Well, meanwhile, I think personally that we should just take out, we need to chill out on the cinematics, period. That's just me though. It is still crazy to think that Unity CEO now was the CEO for EA during the Govern X loot box debacle. Yeah, I agree. That's nuts. But when you look at it that way, it's also not surprising either. Why Unity would do, why he would choose to make that a go. When you look at his history, I think the issue that I take, oh yeah, and not to mention that Epic laying off 900 people too. Epic laying off 900 fucking people is crazy. And claiming that they're not seeing the success, they're not seeing the profit margins that they would normally see. Like, that's nuts. Final Fantasy VI is heavily, that's the only issue I have with it, is that it is very, very heavily cinematic. It's way too cinematic for me. Could have swore I had a canister of some sort to throw. I guess let me use this. Oh, I do have these. Nice. I need those. But on a lighter note, it is crazy to me that people who made this game made Skull the Hero Slayer, an indie I love. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. But there's just so much going on, like, oh, ouch. Ah, I forgot his stupid ass pattern. Come on. Come on over. Oh, did they break out? Yeah, they did. Uh-oh. Oh no! I'm gonna die here. Yep. Knew it. Knew I was gonna die there. I guess they hired 100 people just to make this game. Which game? Yes, I get it. Break, break, break. It's amazing. I've made it far past this point. Oh, Liza P. And the funny thing about it is that you can't hardly find anything to really complain about it. If you're looking for things to complain, if you find anything to complain about it, it's because you're actually looking for it. Now, I will admit that there are some hiccups that I found later on, but I'll get to that in a later time. But 100 people, that's not bad. Whoops. Probably should have backed up. Okay, we're gonna do this. Why is he not paying attention to them? Oh no! Yeah, I'll take that. I had no choice. Oh, that sucks. I hate this thing. Well, at least it's not a boss, but I still have to do it just to open the door. Damn. Which way do I have to go? This way. Holy crap. So yeah, we haven't even gotten to a lot of the juicier stuff. Like, I still haven't tried. I don't even know if I want to attempt to unpack the email that Phil Spencer sent. Like, there's just a lot there to uncover, to unravel there. There's still talk about the Red Dead Redemption for Switch. Yeah, there's the MK1 port to Switch, which I hear, which is being said looks like garbage. And you heard it first here, is that from Roxas himself, is that it is quite horrendous. So oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to do this. dodo. There we go. I don't have any more of those, so we're just gonna be throwing. Where's my cells at? I need these. I need my throwing cells. Oops. There we go. There we go. I'm wondering if they don't want Hollywood celebs doing the voice because of the strike. Well, the strike is over from what I understand. I think they actually managed to reach an agreement, which I'm surprised that they managed to do that. So I don't think it's that per se. I don't know if it's that, to be honest. And quite frankly, I maybe it's the fact that, and this is just a theory. Maybe it's the fact that when Hollywood actors get into anything, they're looking for a lot of money. Okay? Let's just be honest about it. They are looking for a lot of money. And it's just like with how the industry is priced right now, with the way things are going, like it's really difficult to keep those kind of prices up, maintain a studio, and then not have anything out. And this is kind of where we need like the consistency. It's because while we're not getting the consistency, which is hurting the consumer, it's really hurting them because they don't have any kind of consistency whatsoever when it comes to, oh my god, hold on, I'm not about to respond to this. They don't have any kind of consistency when it comes to games release, and because they don't have that kind of consistency, it's hard to make a profit for as much as you're putting in to making the games. You're not grossing anything in return. You're not seeing any returns. So why keep hiring Hollywood to do your voice acting for you if you can't even keep up with your own market? That's the only thing I can think of, if any of that made sense. I don't know how much of that made sense.
Can you hear? I can somehow.
So I guess, like, to me, it doesn't make sense to hire Hollywood, like if your profit margins are way off. I mean, there's so much that you have to think about in the new age of, this new age of gaming. Just there's just so much as a dev that you have to think about. It just kind of sucks.
I'll use my power to help you.
Oh wow, I actually have enough to do something. So I mean, there's just so much. Jim Ryan retiring, which I don't hear anybody mad at, by the way. I don't hear anybody complaining about that. And honestly, I don't blame anybody because I'm not complaining about it either. I'm happy. I can't name one good thing Jim Ryan has actually done. And I'm not the only one in that either. I'm glad I'm not the only one in that. What other stuff do I have? Usable items, of course. But that's not what I'm looking for. So, I mean, what else in the gaming industry is there to talk about? Like, truly. Like, I know you all got something. I'm sure there's more. Because there's a lot. There's too much to unpack now. Isn't it crazy? Here's something. Isn't it crazy that as soon as Starfield comes out, like, all of this stuff just blows up? Isn't that crazy? I think that's nuts. I could just be being I could very well just be being a whatchamacallit, a conspiracy theorist on this. But man, it just looks funny to me. Not funny in a bad way, but funny in a way where it's just kind of like, you look at it and you just think like, what changed when Starfield released? Was it the fact that it was released on the Xbox and then all of a sudden everybody just lost their minds? Like, did the gaming industry lose their minds as soon as Starfield left it? Like, because me personally, I think the game is boring. But like I said, I think the game did exactly what it was supposed to do. Then all of a sudden the acquisition is good. Now the FTC is opening up the investigation again. Like, there's just so much. Just food for thought, though. How do you feel about actors taking over a voice for a voice actor that's passed away? Before I answer that, what's the context behind that? Because it almost seems like there should be more context behind that. Is there something on that?
Theme was automatic puppets and City of the Future. The plan was to showcase and demonstrate the most advanced technology in Krot. But you know the rest. You can't hold an exhibition in a city that's fallen into utter chaos. And now the whole city is an
Keith David?
of a nightmare.
Is that problematic? You're talking about Destiny. If I gotta be real, I think, personally, that Keith David is the perfect replacement for that character. I think that as long as you get a decent enough replacement to fill the role, I think it's fine. But I've seen it too often in anime voice acting to where it almost seems like it hurts the character. It hurts the character when you actually get a replacement in that particular industry. I also think it just depends on what part of the voice acting industry that you're talking about too. So for instance, like I just brought up like anime, right? Like the anime industry is a very tricky industry, because not only are you getting Japanese voice actors, you have Japanese voice actors to worry about, but now you have American voice actors to worry about. Wow. I'm so sick of this stupid dildo dog. You're playing with a whole new fire with that being said, when you're talking about like translation. I think this hurts. I think that could hurt any animation depending on what it is, but it's really bad in the anime industry. Like for instance, like with Bleach, for instance, there was a particular character, the voice actor that I liked playing Captain Zaraki at the time. He left. Well, mind you, this was also the voice actor of the late great Jiraiya of Naruto, of the Naruto series. He left because he wasn't getting paid enough by the original animators. And so what they ended up doing was recycling one of the other voice actors to take over his place. And it just so happened to be the voice actor of Ichigo's dad, Ishin. So I think that became tacky. I also thought it was tacky that they reused the voice for Captain Kuchiki for several other of the other characters. Thank you. What's going on, Elodie? It's all right. How's yours? How's your day? I think Keith David though is perfect for that particular character. Oh, this stupid dildo dog. Get out of here. I'm over you. Okay. I'm gonna try and find a way around. Oh. It does not look like I'm gonna find a way around there. There's so much stuff that I'm missing still, even now, in this playthrough than the other one, because I took so much more time to actually explore in that one. So yeah, what else is happening in other gaming news? There's a lot going on, isn't there? Actually, I want to look up that. I'm doing all right. Good, good. That's good to hear. I want to look up this voice acting thing. Taking Hollywood out of voice acting. I do want to look that up. Can I open this door? I don't think I ever tried. Oh, I can. Nice. You're shocked after the Sony Pony news? I'm not. I wasn't shocked to begin with on that anyway. I mean, truth be told, like, Sony's been headed down this path for a long time with the leadership that they've appointed. Sony ponies and Xbots will ride with whatever news that they get, and they'll take it and use it as their own. They'll try and use it as their own to shape their own narratives. And truth be told, like, there's absolutely nothing that you can say to any kind of fanboy. You'll never be able to convince them that there are other aspects of business that go into everything. You'll never convince them that even if the company that they're shilling for is doing terrible things or practicing in poor business, there's nothing that you can say to convince them that they are not still a good company. So am I shocked? No, because I mean, that's just the nature of any kind of business, any kind of fandom. If you're a fan of anything, like, you will see, especially in sports, like, sports is really bad. You'll see, what you'll end up seeing in any industry like this is, what you see in any kind of industry is just with that has anything to do with fandom of any kind. You will see anybody looking to justify, like, we are very fickle people when it comes to certain things. Like, and when our eyes are open, when I say we're fickle, is that when our eyes are finally open to something, then all of a sudden we'll say, oh wow, I can't believe that they did it. I'm glad I jumped on this next bandwagon. And it's just like, well, truth be told, there's no bandwagon to jump on, because this is the reality that other people have been trying to tell you. And that works for every fanboy. That works for Xbots and Sony ponies alike. You will never see... Oh, he pushed me off, that bastard. You'll never see any form of critical thought of their own. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and just run up here. Will they get back to it, to whatever it is that they need to be doing? I don't know. Hopefully they do. And I'm dead. Hopefully they do, but I'm not holding my breath. I have held up hope for far too long in this industry. Like, me personally, I'm disappointed in the industry as a whole. At least not this year, because this year there's been some great delivery. But on average, I'm pretty disappointed with where the industry has ended up. I'm very disappointed in the talk around the industry at the moment. that which shows how much we've gotten used to this drought of games and content. I am disappointed in the fact that critical thought is never really a thing when we're talking about anything anymore. And so like that's kind of why I stay out of like the FTC talks and everything when it comes to, oh wow, oh, that is nasty. And I'm dead. I just lost all those ergo, all that ergo I just lost. I'm just fairly disappointed. I'm disappointed most of all that in our talks around all of this stuff, there is no way that we can, there just doesn't seem to be a way that we can distinguish between the difference between reality and fantasy. Like, that is nuts to me that we take this shit so serious that we forget that everything is that we have our own lives to live. Like, it's not really all that tough. I'm just, oh crap, I forgot about that guy. Let me go ahead and get that out of here. There we go. I'll probably have this boss beaten today too, to be honest. Not even gonna front on that one. And I have like the perfect weapon to do it too. Wasn't there another one? I guess not. Whatever.
What's going on? Don't. Then there are those. I can't leave.
You know, could have just went down this ladder. Didn't even see that. You're not about to sit there and knock me down like that. All right. So I created that shortcut. Which I definitely needed. Oh wow, you know, I picked that up in the other character and I didn't realize that they were actually talking about Champion Victor. Open the damn thing already. All right, I gotta get out of here. These guys are gonna kill me if I don't.
If you're today's riddle. Now, listen close. Think about this. Whatever it takes. What cannot be used? Correct. In this, how about you look close?
Ugh. You know, I never found this room over here. I never found the Trinity room. Never bothered to find it. Fortunately, my mission I think on my next playthrough, if I actually manage to beat the boss that I'm stuck on. If I ever manage to beat the boss that I'm stuck on in my other character, that my mission should be to find the Trinity rooms, all of them. That should be my #1 priority. Oh, this is the room that that lady is in, that I gotta be really careful of. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Damn, you bastard. All right. I got my shortcuts though. I got one of the shortcuts I need. I'm really surprised that big one didn't turn around. And I can't tell you how fortunate I got there. Oh, crap. All right, there we go. Wait, did he actually manage to get through that? That other one never did that. That is crazy. Oh shit! I didn't think that guy was like right there behind me. Oh, but you gotta be joking. Get you out of here because I'm tired of you. All right, so this is what I came up here for. I don't even remember what's up here. The Legion plug. So there's a muscle man in here. He is hanging right up there. Just chilling, waiting for me to get down here. Oh! He's still up here? You better not still be up here. Sturdy crot supply box. And that is the shortcut I need. I wonder, should I use a star fragment? Oh, wow, I didn't realize I had all this.
No matter what, serving welcome. This is. I shall open it.
Sweet.
No matter what fate.
And I can use that. I mean, because I basically have that boss on lock. I have Champion Victor on lock.
Stalker.
I don't know how many of those I have, but I don't think I'm gonna actually need it. Because I've beaten Champion Victor by myself, so. He's one of those bosses you actually have to stand your ground. If you don't stand your ground against him, then he sucks to fight. Whoops. We'll do this one.
I know my way.
Yes, I know you know your way around a weapon. Which is precisely why yeah, I'm really surprised I haven't found more hidden moonstones. Really shocked by that. All right, I'm as ready as I'm gonna be here. Champion Victor seems like a challenge, and he is to an extent. When YouTube recommends random ass live, welcome to the algorithm, Iffy. Welcome to that garbage algorithm. Sometimes it ends up being good, sometimes it ends up being bad. Actually, no, let's not fucking play there. A lot of the time it ends up being bad. A lot of the time. Ugh. Do I dare stay on this cutscene? I've already seen this cutscene like 50 billion times. You know what? Why not? Let's just stay on it.
Is where evolution becomes real. Period. I am Victor, the champion.
Welcome to the Attitude Era. I guess we'll see. Yeah, right.
Open your eyes. Gaze upon the new world.
Wait, he just missed. Oh, I'm not very good at. I'm not really all that great at doing the perfect blocks on that. Damn. Damn, I missed that one. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh no. There we go. Next phase. So where I might get tore up because I don't have enough. I don't have enough of my stuff. But we'll see.
The new world belongs to us.
Oh. Ooh, he almost grabbed me there.
We are the reborn.
Oh, wow. He just switched to him. Wow. I'm really shocked by that. Uh-oh. All right, let me back up because this is where he starts doing his thing here. Oh, he did a straight grab there. Wow, he didn't stagger? That's crazy. Oh no, I'm dead. Fuck.
I dedicate this victory to you.
That's crazy. Normally he's staggered. I guess if you have the summon out, he doesn't stay staggered. But he'll bait you into attacking, and then all of a sudden, if you accept the bait, he'll whoop your ass something fierce. If you don't, then he'll stagger. But the dumb ass summon, it's all right. Thank you, Iffy. I appreciate that. We're getting this boss today. This boss is nowhere near the King of Puppets challenge. Believe it or not, like, he hits like a freight train, but he is fairly easy.
Fight to the followers of the truth.
Nope, you missed. There we go. All right, give him a whack. And then you're gonna step out of my way. Uh-oh. Oh, is he doing this? I don't need to watch this again. go. Come on. Let's see what he does. Oh, wow. He actually didn't get the grab off. I'm very shocked by that. Uh-oh. Oh, he got that grab off, though. Crap. Ooh. Wow, he just automatically swaps over to me. Come on. His stagger doesn't last that long, unfortunately. All right. So here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and charge this up. And dead. Sweet. Thank you. As I'm back again. Sorry, my internet's doing not well. That's all right. Welcome back. Thank you. This is the boss I'm stuck on right here on my other character. Can't stand her. She drives me up the wall. Thank you, Black Raven. Thank you, Iffy. So this is Simon.
I'm surprised you defeated Victor. Geppetto's creations are truly marvelous. Ah, but where are my manners? My name is Simon Manus, a leader among alchemists.
And see, now I want to play Dark Souls 1 again.
Long time. We used to be colleagues, you know.
I miss Manus.
Petto didn't understand that the petrification disease can strengthen humankind. Locked into conventional thinking, I'm afraid. But even he can't.
This game is good.
Such a magnificent discovery.
I'd argue that Bloodborne's and Dark Souls better than Dark Souls and Bloodborne's. Bloodborne's, the originals.
Inspiring, is it not?
I'm doing a whole thing on it. I'm gonna be doing a whole thing on it. I'm trying to make sure that I get every detail that I possibly. You know what? Let's do this.
I have to admit some surprise.
I want to make sure I get every detail down
As we are.
that I possibly can, because this isn't just gonna be like some random
I'm sorry.
random review of some sort where I give a ranking of any kind. Like,
Truth about the petrification.
this is one of those games where
The disease does not signify
there are cheeses to it. It's just you really have to work. This game makes you work for everything that you get, but it's really good. The story isn't just handed to you. Like, nothing is really handed to you in this game
of lies.
that you don't have to overcome. Like, you don't just get all of your attributes all at once. Like,
The ergo
you have to progress to get certain attributes to be able to level up.
Our undertaking is to help others experience.
If I would have put, like, I don't do 1 through 10 systems. Like, if I were to rank this, I'd say get this immediately. Like,
Echo's power
and if you can't,
even
well, wait till a later date. It'll always be there.
the awakened, its abilities are limitless.
But it's really
We
good.
have the means to control that power. Power beyond your imagination.
And like even with Simon talking right now, right?
Pathetic path.
There's still more in-depth stories to Simon, to Geppetto, to
You're welcome to come to the
what's her name at the hotel, like Antoinetta. There's just more depth to it.
A futile effort to
Like they mimic the Soul series in that storytelling element.
you can help you.
And I wish more games would do that.
In any case, good luck. Standing against evolution must be exhausting.
I honestly wish more games would do it.
Demoralizing. Keep your chin up, puppet, and I'll see you soon.
But I'm only giving you like the very, very surface level stuff.
Leader of the alchemists isn't hospitable.
Like extremely it's extremely surface level. Everything that I just said, it's really surface level. And I actually need more time to formulate everything that needs to be said. But I would highly recommend this. Like, one of the most important things to me when I play a video game is whether or not it has replayability value to it. And I see a lot of replayability to this. There's a lot of value when it comes to replayability. If I can get past that one boss I'm stuck on, I'm definitely at the end, I'm definitely playing a New Game Plus if there's a New Game Plus. I'm hoping there's a New Game Plus. I'm assuming there's a New Game Plus because there cannot be a New Game Plus in this.
Sorry to startle you. It seems
Oh,
the power
and
is-
this is
the power
yeah,
is
it's a pretty
it's powerful enough
it's pretty nice.
to not only
I like how they I like every bit of it. The one thing that I dislike about other Souls imitations or Bloodborne imitations, actually I think this is really the only Bloodborne imitation. The only thing that I hate about those ones that this one actually corrects is that it feels like it's rushed. Like every other imitation feels like they just rush just to get to the challenge, They rush the stories, they rush the character development, they rush all of that. And this imitation fixes all of that. This imitation actually manages to do everything right. And I'm not going to fix anything here. But the option is open if I want to. Oh wait. There should be a Stargazer in here too, right? Yep, right here. Like any other Souls title, you gotta explore just to find better stuff. You have to understand who to talk to, who not to talk to. Lying is a big part. I just don't know what part it actually plays. I think it plays a part in the ending, but I'm not too sure. I'm just at the ending in my other character. So I'm hoping that I'll have all of that to explain when I do the video on this. I'm pretty sure I will. Because I have like 3 bosses left and I'm stuck on the third to the last. Champion Victor's weapon is crazy. Wait. Oh, that's right. He's not here. And I don't think I honestly want to use it this time, because while it's a strong weapon, it's really slow. And I think this would be better used on myself.
I shall wait for you.
Sophia.
That is why I'm
Sophia has a whole story too.
I've always wondered why I'm a listener, but now, or maybe, like many, if they don't collect gold. I've always.
So I don't care what platform you play this on. Like, I would highly recommend getting this.
Puppet frenzy and
I actually have a playlist. I did a whole like Souls trilogy. I'm gonna list this one in that one. Like, I have a whole I have a playlist that I actually still have to work on fully. It's called Soulsborne Eki Ring. And so far the only thing that I have in it right now is like the Dark Souls trilogy review. But I'm putting this one into this one in reviews, and then I'm doing something else with this too. Let me go ahead and level up. I need to level up. I don't know if it's beneficial, but it's definitely something that I want to do. I don't ever want to do something just because it's solely beneficial, you know what I mean? Like, I actually love Souls games. Like, if I could play nothing but Souls titles, if From Software just brought nothing but that, or we got imitations like this more often, this is all you probably see me playing. Motivity is for any weapons with the handles of motivity. So motivity is like light weapons in a sense, or balance, I should say. Light or balanced weapons. Did you play? Yes, I played Neo. It's okay, but that's kind of the example I mean, where it just feels like everything is rushed. Like, they try to imitate, and the bad part is that here's the bad part about Neo, right? Is that Neo has so much potential to do so much, and they're under the same umbrella as From Software. It's the Bandai Namco name. So you think they'd have it, you think they would have it mastered, right? But to me, they just don't in that. They do provide the challenge. They provide, like, I guess I don't know much else of what they provide for me in that. But I will say that, like, Neo is leagues better than Code Vein.
Will you do for once? It's not. I give it to you. I know my way around.
And I know that's probably saying a lot. I don't know if anybody ever played Code Vein before, but it's leagues better than Code Vein. I don't have anything to do with that. Okay. This is how I know I put way more effort into my other character than I did this one. But yeah, Neo is leagues better than Code Vein, which is, I don't know what to say about Code Vein. That probably hasn't already been said. Which ones? The characters?
Lady Antonia has heard about the grand exhibition. Her illness has... Lady Antonia, I have heard about... Please.
I wonder if I should just cure her now. I think I should. Let's go ahead and cure her. If I'm not going to do anything else. I should probably just cure her. I'll create a cure. Neo 2 is my standard for Souls-like games. Very different, but still like it. That's fair. Like, I can't be mad at that. Like I said, it's under the same umbrella, so you would think they'd be able to master it all the way around, right?
How's the cure for the petrification? Sadly, even if I leave I'll make the cure.
Okay. This is gonna be really quick. Her death is gonna be really quick now. But yeah, Neo 2 is very different. Neo as a whole is very different. It almost has, and I think what bugs me so much about it is that maybe it's not that it's rushed. Maybe that it has that Ninja Gaiden feel.
And my belief has been rewarded. She can be cured. The possibility of imminent... I cannot make this choice. What would... Yes. I say thank you so much. I will administer the medicine.
All right, there we go. We'll see what happens. I didn't do this the last time. I didn't even make the cure the last time. What are some other good, like some other Souls titles that tried but kind of failed? Neo 2 is definitely different, underneath the same umbrella though of Bandai Namco. So what was the other one? I think it was like Mortar or something like that. What is that game called? It's gonna drive me nuts. It's where your soul possesses different bodies. When I first played it, it was really clunky. And it really tried to do the Souls thing. And it had the potential to match. No, not Dishonored 2. It's I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called Mortar or something. But you basically switch bodies from your soul, and then if you lose that body, then you have to possess a new body. That one was clunky at first. The vampire one, no. It's fuck, this is gonna drive me up the wall trying to think of this. What is that game? Where is it? I don't remember what it's called. I'm looking it up right now. It's not Hellpoint. Code Vein, ew. Darksiders is Souls-like? That's Neo 2, Surge 1 and 2. Let It Die. Mortal Shell, thank you. That's the one. It was really clunky when I first played it, and I've heard they've done some updates to it. I think that was like the closest. The bad part about it is that was like the closest thing at the time, and you had no idea what was even going on. Sorry, work took me out of the stream for a while. Oh, no doubt, man. You're good. You're good. We're talking about Souls-like games that missed the mark. Timemesia had to be one of those ones that missed the mark for me. Like, it had so much potential to do so much, but it definitely missed the mark for me. That game was so much, that had so much promise. That was one thing about about imitations that I got so tired of saying this has so much potential. That just shows you, like, From Software really like set a high bar when it comes to games like this. They set such a high bar. And the bad part about it is their games aren't perfect. I never played Surge, but I thought it looked cool. Half Baked from what I heard. I'm gonna have to check that out, because I've never played Surge either.
Ciao, Bello. Brother, you should say hello to your friend. But
it's because FromSoft stays simple. They do. I think that's what keeps them I think that's what keeps them consistent. Like, that's how they're able to release games like they are. Because even in Sekiro, right? Like, Sekiro was really simple when it comes to, like, development wise. It looks like really simple. Oh, damn it, I wasn't supposed to give him fruit. I was not supposed to give him fruit.
That's right.
Any thoughts about the Monster Hunter? I actually got Monster Hunter on I got the Monster Hunter Now, and it has an interesting concept, and I'm gonna have to, it's not something that I can actually stream because it involves you being able to travel. Also, I didn't realize, see me on Baldur's Gate that much. Yeah, you live, breathe, and shit Baldur's Gate like crazy, man.
I suppose this is I won't ever now go.
That's all I've seen you on, which is nuts. So it tells me, like, I rarely see you on a game that often, truth be told. So that just tells me a lot. That tells me you're enjoying that game, and you should. If you like Baldur's Gate, you should enjoy that game. That game to me is just it's just not for me. Like, I think that while it's not an unproductive bloated, to me it just seems like a lot to do. And like, for me, having played tabletop gaming in itself is fun enough for me. Like, I don't need my video games to tabletop me to death too. Do I need to go there, or do I need to take the train? I think I need to, if I remember, I need to take the train. But I don't think I can. But yeah, Monster Hunter Now has an interesting concept that cannot be streamed because I need to actually travel. I need to actually be out and about to play that. And one of the interesting concepts that game has is that when you're hunting monsters, is that when you're hunting monsters and you move from different areas in real life, it depends on what the terrain is going to be on the map, on the actual deal on the phone. So for instance, like where I'm at right now is a forestation type terrain. If I move elsewhere, it's gonna be like a desert or a swamp, and I don't know any other terrains other than that. But basically, it's like it's basically like Pokemon Go. Like, you go around, you hunt the monsters, you do the challenges. It keeps the elements of Monster Hunter in there, where you're hunting the different monsters and hunting the different monsters and the bounties, and then you gain XP. There's definitely a lot to do. I'm still on Act 1. There's 3 acts. There's only 3 acts? I thought there was more than that. I thought there was way more than that.
this place.
Like the way that people talked, like there was the way people were talking, they made it sound like there was like 5 or 6 acts in that game.
The city tried to stop it. Eventually, it had much bigger concerns. The Grand Exhibition's horrific solution spread this far too. It's just too terrible to think about. Oh, why am I thinking about it?
Let me back up. Damn. Oh, there's my overheat. Crap. There's more. If there's more, I would be surprised. I'm like 20 hours. You're only 20 hours in? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think I could spend that much time on that. That's just me, though. Yeah, from here on out, you're going to see a lot of hard hitters. You are going to see a lot of hard hitters from here. Uh-oh. I forgot that one explodes. Yeah, Baldur's Gate I don't know, that's a lot. That is a lot to do. Where you spend like hours on just the first act alone. Oh, that's right. This DB actually wow. I don't know if I could spend that much time on Baldur's Gate. It's a lot of the reason why I compare it more to a Skyrim type title than I could a From Software title is because of the way it's designed. Like when we talk about RPG mechanics as a whole, like this, like games like this cannot compare to that. Because you have more customization options. You just have more to do. Uh-oh. It almost got me again. Yeah, it's a lot. I can translate to the next, or I can transition to the next act earlier, but the game even warns you like, hey, you're gonna pass here might not. Going past here right now might be a good idea unless you're ready. Okay, so there's kind of like a it sounds like there's kind of like a level, an area level gauge kind of. That's right, this guy does this, where depending on what part of the story the characters get stronger. I am not about to sit here and fight you. And you're all electrified. No, please. No, please. Then I gotta watch this guy. Oh, hey, they followed me. Sweet. just barely saved myself. I love it. Is he just watching me? I'm gonna grab that. Grab that. Ow! Well, that's where I die, and I'm not even gonna bother to go back down there. I haven't created my shortcut yet either. What do you want to do now? Oh, the puppet. I have no idea. That's kind of one of the other things that I like about this game too, is that there seems to be even more unpredictability. Like you actually never, like a lot of the combat can feel base, but you just never know what's gonna happen. Like the clown that you saw up at the top, like you just never know what's actually gonna happen with that. I'm not fighting the dildo dog. Ooh. Kind of wish the bear traps had the effect that they do on me on them, but status effects, that's what that's for. I've never had to go through this spot twice either. Ow. And I'm glad that is not a boss. Because if that was a boss, that would suck. Oh no! And I died in the fire. The next boss fight after this, like this boss fight that I'm gonna be coming up on, not the puppets of the future, but the green swamp monster is really difficult. And since this weapon is a lot slower than the other one that I have in my other character, it's going to be really difficult to get through. Probably not going to get through it today. Not going to lie about that. I also want to get good enough to start speed running, like truly speed running. I feel like I've been playing these Souls titles like a complete and utter noob when I watch people speed run, because man, they speed run like crazy. They speed run and they do it well. The only game I've ever speed ran was Sekiro and Shovel Knight, and I sucked really bad. I still have the footage from that speed run too, from that Sekiro speed run. I got like 4 hours and 35 minutes, which I guess for my first time isn't bad. Speaking as that game is probably about like 7 hours long, 7 or 8 hours long maybe. Did I not grab this? I wanted to do a video on that too. Oh, you suck! Who shot me? Somebody shot me. Maybe I'll look into speed running again. But I have to dedicate a day to do it too. I have to dedicate a specific day to do it. A day where I have time. Absolutely not. I'll figure out speed running details at some day. Close. Go ahead, push your balls down. Ow. This is the guy who shot me. You have fun with that now. Oh. Oh, I couldn't get past him. I was trying so hard to roll. I'm getting sloppy, guys. Ooh. I'm glad this guy doesn't follow me all throughout the cliffs, because that would suck. Wow, that guy's one shot actually took a lot of life out of me. Beat the next boss. That's all like any of this really is. Like, it's really as simple. Like, it's crazy, right? Because like games like this are really complex when it comes to storytelling, but it's really as simple as beat boss, wash, rinse, and repeat. It's really that simple. It's never well, I gotta do this and this just to do this, unless it's a part of the story, right? So like, I can give you a better example with like the Soul series. Like, your goal, like for Dark Souls 3, for instance, your goal in Dark Souls 3 is virtually to find the ashes of all of the previous people who sat on the throne to light to link the first flame. And that's basically the story, but it involves just beating bosses. That's it. We are not doing this. And there's my shortcut. But yeah, so like in this one, and this one, the main story is basically stop the puppets, quite possibly stop the petrification disease, kill stalkers along the way, and beat bosses. Question, is Cuphead technically a Souls-like? I would never categorize that as a Souls-like. Just because it has bosses, it doesn't always make it a Souls-like title. So some of the things that I qualify as like a Souls-like game, like, now that's not to say I wouldn't attempt to rank it as such, but I wouldn't categorize it as such. Just because of the simple fact of how it's built. So just because it has really hard bosses, and that game has really hard bosses, I could never, I couldn't. Ooh, a recharge amulet, huh? I couldn't categorize it as such. Two totally different builds. Same premise, but different build. And there's like nothing that you lose when you die. Like, you just die. You keep dying. You die like 50 billion times trying to fight certain bosses.
Those damn alchemists. The terms of the bargain, almost intolerable. How do you do? It's quite odd that we should meet in a place like this. Oh, don't pretend. In fairness, they say I have a catch. You're a worthy hunter. What's this? Anyway. Oh. My God, I never did like that. I thought you had.
So then the question that I would pose to you is, what do you think qualifies as a Souls type game? Is it just bosses? Is it the way that the game plays? Because I think that even as simple as these games are, like, it's the complexity of the storytelling. There is no really there is no real complexity in a Cuphead story. That's fair. I was wondering how you felt about that. I mean, I guess I don't see, if anybody were to call that a Souls type title, I don't see how you could, unless you're just looking at your criteria as just boss fighting. If that's your only criteria, even then, like, I have to say, like, you're missing a lot of pieces of that pie when it comes to what makes a Souls title a Souls title. It's another reason why I don't categorize like Skyrim's or Baldur's Gate or Starfield's in that category, because their way of storytelling is way different. It's way different. I think the game has to have a minimalist mentality, great bosses, and you have to have some kind of risk to death, and there needs to be difficulty. Why all these bosses same in real and in game too? Like, what do you mean, Elodie? Wait, where did my... Oh, okay, I was about to say, where's my vibration at? Okay, so here's what I think. I think not only does it need great bosses, it needs the atmosphere for sure. It needs good. I can't play while I explain this, so give me a second. So I think for a good Souls game, you need great atmosphere, that provides a great atmosphere, that provides like a emotional feel without pushing it in your face. I think you definitely need great bosses. You need the difficulty. You need the risk of losing something when you die, which I think is it can be very frustrating, but that's part of the challenge too. I think that it also needs something more. It needs something more in depth that isn't exactly in your face either. A lot of the criteria that I have for a Souls game, it requires for things to be not so easily accessed. It's not easily accessible to the viewer or the player. So for instance, where we're saying that really it's really as simple as getting through the story, beating bosses to get through said story, wash, rinse, and repeat. There's also more in-depth stories to be told within that same story, right? So like for instance, each character is cohesive to the story in their own way because some aspects of it, some turn of events brought them into the story, and finding that out can happen through side quests, for instance, right? Like all of your Souls games have side quests of some sort. That means all of this Dark Souls trilogies, Bloodborne had them, Sekiro had them, like Demon Souls had them, and all of the side quests even have some kind of even the side quests have to do something with the main story. And so I think that is one of the greatest criteria that you can have, is that in the atmosphere to match. Because a lot of this, like if you look at this game, right, if I were to compare this to Bloodborne and why it does it so much better, is that for Bloodborne, you know that the hunt is happening. For Bloodborne, you know that your main goal is to actually, I don't even think I understand the main goal of that. If I had to take a guess, because I've beaten that game at least 2 or 3 times, you're basically resetting everything that the hunt brought. So like blood art, like throughout that game, you're learning that blood arts is dangerous. It turns hunters into monsters. You learn what turns the monsters, or you learn what turns the people into monsters in using blood arts. You learn that certain people try to combat the blood arts and try to offset the balance and try to cure it. You learn about you learn a lot, right? And there is atmosphere to know that there are still survivors of the hunt. There are people who have shut themselves in the door until the night of the hunt is over. And that game, towards the end, if you get like all 3 of the umbilical cords, like, you know that the cycle is going to continue, because the true ending boss is I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like the Blood Moon monster or some shit like that. What the fuck is the last boss of Bloodborne? All I know is that after you beat Gehrman, then that monster arises, and then you become the next version of that. I have yet to beat this because I'm like, again I say, I'm 3 bosses away from the end. I'm stuck on the 3rd to the last right now. Whoops. Last boost. And this one, I have no idea what's gonna happen. The last boss is not Gehrman. What is this? Gehrman is not the true last boss. where is it? I don't remember his name. Pardon me. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's that boss. That, okay, I remember that one. That one was pretty tough for me. Moon Presence is the last boss for that. So basically, after you get all 3 umbilical cords, you become the next Moon Presence. And so that game, ultimately why people are looking for another Bloodborne is because like that game set it up to be a whole other trilogy, right? Thank you, Elodie, by the way. That game was set up to be another trilogy. It's not like they just ended the whole storyline there. No, you become the next Moon Presence, and they could have done what they did with Bloodborne, right? But they chose not to. So I think it's there that makes Bloodborne so great, is that they left you on kind of a cliffhanger, and really all of the Soul series kind of leave you on a cliffhanger of what's to happen, and give you a story of your own interpretation, right? So it's up to you to interpret what happens to certain people, and they leave some of that stuff up to your imagination, which I think is pretty cool. I think it's dope to do that, and I think that's one of the elements that makes for a good Souls title. Crap, I just messed up. I think that's where a lot of imitations mess up too, is that they miss those key elements. They definitely miss those key elements. I could do like a million videos on why Souls has everything that imitations want to be, and the criteria that they miss. I can do 50 billion videos on that. But I have to have the stuff to do, and I have to finish recording this, and then I have to and then put this all together. And the funny thing about this game is that this game actually hits all of those marks, and then some. It actually does something that Souls cannot do. And something that Souls games often have a hard time with, and that is matching the energy. Or there's a few things. There's 13 bosses in this game. There's actually 22 bosses. So I still have 3 more left. So how do I explain what this game actually does better than Bloodborne? For one, your stat effects actually do something. Your stat effects really count in this game. Damn it. This is stupid. Shit. I don't know how many big 3. I don't think like the big, but there's more than just 3 big bosses in this. Like Champion Victor, the King of Puppets, Romeo. What else? The Puppet Parade leader. Like, those would be examples of like big bosses in here. But really, there's more than that. So they're bosses without being big bosses, if that makes sense. Whoops. That's what this game does better. So this game makes the enemies feel what you feel. And they also, what they also do way better than Souls is they make you they actually allow you to interact with the game more so than Souls would ever do. Like just by your lies, just by your lying alone, your lies or truths alone, you get to actually interact with that. And it's not that Souls titles don't allow you to do it, it's the fact that they don't do it this well. Come on. There we go. Jeez, took me long enough. Goodness gracious, I'm so sick of this dude. Ugh. Yes, I get it. Electroshock. Blah, blah, blah. So, for instance, one of the ways that when I say this game makes the enemies feel what you feel, that whole interaction that I had with that puppet there, for instance, if I had got all perfect guards, that dude's weapon wouldn't be in existence. And the difference, the major you would see a major difference in the attack power as well as the distance. So IGN just blatantly saying it's gonna give Spider-Man 2 9 on its Sony podcast. Are you serious? Come on, man. Where's the real reviewing at? This is why I can't take IGN serious. Like, if they, like, I hope they were joking. I guess I would have to actually listen to it. Do you have like a timestamp or something? I'm not about to sit here and do this with this dude again. Oh, come on, fix this. All right, I've had enough. Oh, I just wasted that. I totally just wasted that. That's crazy. And I wasted my last cell too. That sucks. Oh, well, I always have my arm. If you can find me a timestamp on that deal with Sony, like, that would be pretty cool. Or with that IGN, I want to hear it. It's in our chat already? Okay, hold on. Oh, we'll check this out. Hold on. It's a Twitter link.
I'm in love with this, and I'm going to predict it right now. We here at IGN, I say we, but it's going to be one person that's reviewing this game. I say we here, we're going to give this an IGN 9, and if we don't give it a 9 or higher, then I have an open invitation for the person that is reviewing this game to come on Beyond and let us share words with one another and talk about whatever you're going to give.
Akeem, they're going to do that no matter what, Akeem. That's regardless of the score they give it, they're going to come on the show and talk about this. It's the biggest PlayStation game of the year.
I'm just saying, come talk about that, but also
it's a weird bet.
I'm giving them an open invitation. Can I give them that? I'm just letting
it's like you're betting that the sun's going to come out tomorrow morning.
I'm in love with this, and
wow. Just absolutely wow. I don't even know what to say. There was a tweet that the Jesus of gaming media came out with. Jason Schreier says, I broke the news of PlayStation boss Jim Ryan's departure this week. I was kind of surprised to see a ton of gamers responding with cheers and celebratory gifts. This week in gaming on, I have no idea what the fuck that is, service games and other highlights of Jim Ryan's 4-year tenure. Only 4? I thought he had 5. 5 years. It's 5 years, Jason. It's 5 years, Jason. The fact that you're so surprised that people are happy that Jim Ryan is leaving is crazy to me. If you think that Jim Ryan did anything, that makes you have a serious fucking issue. Oh, this is a whole article. Gosh damn it. Let me see if I can save it. Link copied. I'm going to send this in the chat and you tell me what you think of this. Yeah, no. That's garbage. Can we just take some time to just kind of like troll that dude a little bit too? The guy that said, we need to invite them up and have some words. Like, out of everybody with camera quality, his camera quality was garbage. It just looked like he had Somebody breathed on his camera and didn't clear the fog away. But to sit there and say that, but to sit there and say that you're automatically going to call this game a 9 just because of whatever reason, I don't even think he really explained the reason. I guess I'm going to have to listen to the whole podcast in the full context, just to get actual context as to what is actually going on here at IGN, especially on the Sony side. That is crazy to me. And that's not to say that like the last 2 Spider-Man games weren't great, like the Miles Morales and the first Spider-Man game weren't good. They're just not replayable to me. They're like every other open world game after a while. Yeah, people are happy he was making shit harder on Sony. But why is Jason Schreier actually fucking surprised by that? If you're supposed to be this, he's gotta be just doing this for like shock value. I sent it already. It's already in the chat. He's gotta be sitting there trolling. He's gotta be trolling with that article. I'm not gonna sit here and play with this dude. I'm not doing it. Oh, don't you dare do that crap. Give me the fix. Yes, thank you. Okay, now I don't care. You backing up off the Stargazer now? Damn, couldn't get it. Couldn't get the perfect block. And fortunately, I'm right next to this, so there we go.
Wow. So they do exist. Once you find... Hello, Milo. I see. I'm in. Hello, Milo. Clapping is... It's good. Hello, Milo.
Okay. Damn, does it not hit the puppet of the future? Let's see if I can bait it into doing so. If I can. Wow. Oh, it does hit it. Okay. Uh-oh. And I'm dead because I couldn't bait it right. Yes, I get it. Electric shock. Close. I hate that it goes straight through them. Damn, I thought I was actually out of range of that. Damn, I still got hit. Well, I just missed the butterfly, whatever. Damn it, I was close to beating this fucker too. I was really close. The last time I did this, I actually went up and destroyed it. But I didn't do that this time because I don't feel like going through all the stuff that I need to actually go through just to destroy this stupid thing. Wow. That bullet does a lot of damage. That aim is just impeccable. Yeah, I might not finish that today. I kind of want to show you all where I am on my other character, just to show you what the real deal is and why I say I'm so sloppy. So this is my other character. Fortunately, where I'm at in this particular game, they don't have the Stargazer too far. They have it right there where I need it. So I'm not actually going to summon. I'm actually going to do something different here. Actually, she might not be that hard on her own. I wonder if I can cut her sword in half too. I should be able to, right? Really tough boss. But like I said, I'm not gonna waste my stuff on this right now. I just kind of wanted to give you all like where I'm at in this particular point. Oh. That delay though is crazy. Uh-oh. Oh, and see, then there's that. Which ultimately seems like it's gonna hit you the... Damn. Every character having other chapter. This is a different chapter of the story, I guess, if that's what you're asking. guess I'll get prepared for what I have in store when I record. Definitely want to do that. How many of these do I have? I have that many of those. Yeah, got a little bit.
The bosses work hard too.
The bosses are dead. That's what's going on with the bosses. Yeah, we're gonna prepare. We're gonna prepare for later. I'm not dealing with the extra garbage, the extra garbage. We're gonna prepare for later. I'm preparing for later, I should say. We're in the Abbey prayer room. And I'm going to call it there. I got to get going. I got some stuff to handle. So with that being said, thank you all for joining me. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Iffy. I appreciate you. Tomorrow, Streaming with Soul is probably gonna be back on track. I will probably be, I don't even remember what I don't remember what game I'm supposed to be. I think I'm actually supposed to be on Bloodborne. Actually, I think I actually am supposed to be on Bloodborne, but either way, tomorrow is Streaming with Souls, so make sure you catch that. I am still working on stuff from behind the scenes with this game, so with that being said, look out for that. Like I said, I want to be as detail oriented as possible, and I will do my best to do so. Will you just... I might get back on this too. I don't know. It just all depends, because I would like to share the experience, but I know this is definitely going to be in my rotation in my Streaming with Soul. So thank you, Elodie, for joining me. Black Raven, Iffy, Ghost Roxas, Kaiser. Y'all are amazing. I will see y'all later. You all have a good one.